Okay, so Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has over 70 playable fighters, meaning it has the 6th largest fighting game roster ever. Since Ultimate's launch back in December of 2018, there have been 9 fighters that have released after the game's launch, and these fighters are known as DLC fighters. As I'm sure you all know, there are currently 3 more DLC fighters yet to be released. And recently I made a video about who I think the final 3 fighters will be, so if you want to watch that you can click on the icon card in the top right. But anyways, in this video, I'm going to be talking about who I want as the final 3 DLC fighters. Keep in mind that I don't think these fighters will actually join Ultimate's roster. I just really want them to. Tell me in the comments who you want the final DLC fighters to be, and before that said, let's start the video. Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare for the PlayStation 3 was my first ever online shooter, and I loved it. To put it simply, there were 2 teams, with one being the zombies and one being the plants. And the goal for both teams was to either capture an objective or to kill the opposing team. Now, I always loved playing as the plants, and from the plants there were 4 classes, with my favourite of the 4 being the Peashooter. Now, the Peashooter could run really fast and shoot peas, and that's basically it. But I still love the Peashooter, and so seeing him in Ultimate would be amazing. Of the 3 fighters on the list, the Peashooter probably has the highest chance of joining Smash, but the chance of him joining Smash is probably like 0.1% if I'm being generous, as the Plants vs Zombies franchise just isn't very popular anymore. Now, if he were to be in Smash, they could take some of his abilities from different games in the Plants vs Zombies franchise to make for an awesome moveset. Every DLC fighter always comes with a few tracks to add to the already huge playlist of music in Ultimate, and so picking music to go along with the Peashooter would be pretty easy, as the music in the Plants vs Zombies franchise is honestly some of the best video game music. We also have to choose the stage that will come with the Peashooter, and I think any location from Neighborville, which is where the Garden Warfare games take place, would be a great pick. Finally, we've got the Mii fighter costumes that always release alongside DLC fighters, and any of the plants or zombies from the Plants vs Zombies franchise would all work really well as Mii costumes. Like, who the hell wouldn't want to play as a freaking walnut? It would just be awesome. On the Switch, there are truckloads of indie games, and so finding one that not many people have played is like an achievement in its own way. Now, back in March of 2017, when the Switch just released, I managed to stumble across this game on the eShop called Graceful Explosion Machine, and it was like $10 or something, so I ended up just buying it. In the game, he plays this little cute orange rocket, but don't let his size fool you, as he's powerful as fuck. He has an energy sword, blasters, a sniper beam, and missiles that all make for a really unique moveset in Smash. And it would also be cool to have a fighter in Smash that doesn't walk around the stage and instead flies. Really, any of the tracks in Graceful Explosion Machine would work well in Ultimate, as just the entire soundtrack in Graceful Explosion Machine is an absolute bop. I don't really know what the stage or costumes that would come with the Graceful Explosion Machine DLC would be, as there aren't really any notable locations in the game, and other than the Graceful Explosion Machine himself, there aren't any playable characters, and I don't think the enemies that you fight would work well as Mii fighter costumes. Now, for the final DLC fighter, we have the grass starter from the Alola region, Rowlet. Pokemon Sun was the first ever mainline Pokemon game that I played, and for the starter Pokemon I had the choice between Litten, Popplio, or Rowlet, and of course I went with Rowlet as he's just adorable. Since Sun and Moon, I've gone back and played most mainline Pokemon games, and Rowlet is still my favourite Pokemon, and so I'd love to see him in Smash Bros. Ultimate. Even if a new Pokemon were to join Smash as one of the final DLC fighters, I doubt it would be Rowlet, as for one, there are a shit ton of Pokemon, so he just doesn't have the best shot at making it into the roster, and for 2, Rowlet just isn't a very popular Pokemon, so not many people would buy him if he was a DLC fighter. For a moveset, he could use the attacks that he has in Sun and Moon, and maybe the development team could even make him attack by using his little bow tie. The stage that would release alongside Rowlet could be Iki Town, which is the place in Sun and Moon where you choose your starter Pokemon. And finally, for the music. The soundtrack in Sun and Moon is great and all, but it doesn't really suit the intense fighting game that is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So, Nintendo would probably have to do some remixing to make the music from Sun and Moon more suitable for Smash, just like how they remixed the Minecraft soundtrack. And with all that said, it's the end of the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel for more Nintendo content, and yeah, thanks for watching.